5 not so obvious picks on who is under the mask for the AEW Devil. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there all over the wrestling web. I'm going to remove some of the obvious possibilities as those have been widely discussed, such as MJF being the devil himself, Jack Perry, and Adam Cole. Number 1 on the list, this is a recent theory that's circulating out there, and that is Dr. Brit Baker, DMD. While I think it's kind of unlikely AEW is actually going to pull the trigger on Brit Baker being the devil, I think there is actually a story behind that, being the jealous partner of Adam Cole, who's been spending a lot of time with MJF. However, I think it's most likely that when Brit Baker does return and Jamie Hayter returns from injury, that they're finally going to have that payoff where Brit Baker turns on Jamie Hayter and they have a big match, potentially as far out as AEW All In 2024. Number 2 is Wardlow. There's been some wide speculation as we saw some devil worshippers in masks. One of the individuals was larger and resembled the build of Wardlow. I think this is less likely to happen because Wardlow has been outwardly saying he's coming after MJF, and so it doesn't super make sense to have him also be the devil as well, but you never know. Number 3 possibility, a returning from injury Kyle O'Reilly. Now, I think this one is also a little bit far-fetched, but there is at least some tie to Adam Cole with MJF. It could be also a jealous best friend, perhaps linking up with Roderick Strong and the Kingdom being the devil worshippers. It would give Kyle O'Reilly a fresh character thrust right into the main event scene, but I'm not sure he could quite pull it off because he is more just a wrestler's wrestler and never been a big showman character type. Number 4 option, I think it could be someone that's not even currently publicly signed with AEW. Someone like a Nick Nemeth or a Mustafa Ali. I know that's technically 2 picks, but that is a way to have someone debut early. As far as I know, they don't really have a history with MJF, so for them to be integrated as the devil, not quite sure how that would play. Number 5 theory, and while this may seem very conspiracy-like, what if it was a group of individuals who all hate MJF, such as a Wardlow, a Roderick Strong, an Adam Cole, maybe a Kyle O'Reilly, maybe the Kingdom? It could just be a group of them all forming this massive faction to not only rule over MJF, but possibly rule over AEW going forward. One of the main reasons I think it could be a group of individuals is because that way AEW basically is able to not put all of their eggs in one basket into one individual being the devil. This way it spreads out into multiple people and is a little bit more of a twist, because right now they could be setting themselves up for failure. What do you guys think? Who are some other possibilities that could be under the mask? What would be the most entertaining? What would be the most disappointing? Please leave a comment. I would love to hear more theories. This has been Wrestling Booking with Brandon.